Verdict, a reasonable sweeper in a format that is full of Grixis. It's an uncountable sweeper. This card's really grown on me. I haven't been running it in my sideboards for long. This counters everything from scary large planeswalkers if you're up against Tron. It also counters their Worm Coil. I used to run Sowing Salts, but it's too specific. I want something more flexible. That's where Magis comes in. But anyway, guys, I'm going to sign up, and yeah, that's pretty much the deck. So this is the blue side of the deck. And then, you know, sometimes there are threes you want to counter. Deceiver Exarch. Not really the Pestermite, but the Deceiver Exarch. I'd be okay shoaling. Liliana, I'd be happy to shoal. Maybe a Kolaghan's Command, I'd be happy to shoal. Fours that I'd like to shoal other people's Cryptics. I'd like to shoal Scapeshift. Splinter Twin is a big one. The big ones are really just Twin and the occasional Scapeshift. That's why I'm running 3. Originally I was just running a 1 of Cryptic, and then I realized something. I said, you know, a lot is to be said about being able to shoal 4s in Modern, and this card is really amazing with getting back a Snapcaster. I'm calling it Mentoring Modern Roxas, but you're welcome to call it Jeskai Mentor. That's essentially what it is. And these, in that last match, you saw me get back a Spellskite. That was fantastic. In that last match, so the opponent killed a Spellskite, right? I Ojitized, gained 4 life, and got back the Spellskite. Instant speed. So we have Recur Firewalker and Spellskites out of the board. In the main deck, I'm able to recur Snapcaster Mages. That's probably the most powerful mode on the Ojitize command. I'm not trying to claim this card is more powerful than Cryptic. It's certainly easier on our mana base, considering how basic I've built it. Double white. I mean, I still have triple island because we've got triple blue interactions in the deck, you know, Cryptic Command or Snapcaster Logic Knot, but I don't think that I would run any more basics than 1 mountain, 2 plains, and 3 island. It's a very basic mana base. And that's not just for Magis. I expect to get Blood Mooned. You know? If I'm not the one mooning people, I expect them to Blood Moon me. I expect them to Blood Moon us. We're running every fetch that I have access to that's in the right color combination. 3-Aired Mesa. Playset of Flooded Strand, and then our 1 of Scalding. I'd love to get more Scalding Tarns. I don't own them. But the deck's been working just fine. I cut down on Colonnade because we really don't want tapped lands. And I included a Desolate, and I included a Sulphur Falls. Deck's been working really well, however. I've been really proud of it. I think this might be my new go-to Modern. Again, people don't play around Shoal. They don't expect it. And thankfully, I think that Modern is finally, not finally, but I think Modern is a fast enough format where pitch counterspells are actually playable in the right shell. Does it make sense? I feel like the format, I need to sign up real quick. I think the format is just fast enough that pitch counterspells have some fringe capability. Like, especially in combo matchups, the Shoals feel great. If they're twin, it feels great. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to tap you out with their Pestermites, and they're trying to tap you out with their, desperately. They're trying to do that to you, and what happens, what happens is really funny. Like, they try to tap you down, and then they go for it, and you're like, okay, I'm going to shoal pitch a Cryptic, or I'm going to shoal pitch an Ojitai, or I'm going to shoal pitch a Counterflux or Electrolyze. Like, against Twin, all of these, when paired with a Disrupting Shoal, are very live. This package here, very live against Twin, because they're going to go for it when you're tapped down. This card allows me to tap out on purpose, to make them go for it, to exchange in such a way. I mean, obviously, Path is still better. I'd rather just Path the Deceiver Exarch, or ideally Bolt or Helix, the card that they're putting it on. But I have yet to have a Twin player play around this card. Yet. I'm sure if this deck becomes, you know, if people start actually playing it, then sure, people will start to play around Shoal, but nobody's going to play around Shoal. The only thing that plays around Shoal that I've seen is Gitaxian Probe. It's the only card. Alright, so Modern Daily. It's the only card I've seen people play around, guys. So. But, I don't know. Let's just see if we can get some people with it tonight. Really, the Wombo combo is either Disrupting Shoal plus Irrelevant CMC Monastery, or a fine concession is I'll take a Monastery plus Cataxian Probe. This is kind of the Wombo combo. Monastery plus Probe and or Disrupting Shoal is what the deck is trying to do. That is the engine. My chat's not showing. Thank you. Oh, it's because I did a reboot, Angel. It's probably because I did a reboot. And tonight, if you guys like the deck, tonight is a excuse me. Tonight is a charity night. So please, if you can donate, please donate. The link is right here. It's right here. Be a hero. It really feels great to give to such a fine. If you want to learn more about, the charity, that's where you go. We'll see if the Ojitais are sweet. I like them a lot in the burn match. It's actually allowed me to trim a little bit on my helixes. I trimmed a little bit on Helix since adding Ojitais. I used to run 3. It used to be like this, and then I sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try second Ojitais. And I started running and I've really liked it. It's another unexpected card. People don't expect you to reuse your Snapcasters. It's not expected. A lot of the time, if you don't have a good card to pair with Shoal, a lot of the time, your Shoal will counter a CMC1 spell, which is fine. In the late game, I love just countering bolts or paths. And in the late game, Mana Leak falls off to where it's no longer a hard counter. Shoal remains a hard counter spell throughout the game. Alright, let me go ahead and link the deck one more time for you guys in case you want to see how we're doing it. Really excited to stream Modern for you guys. It's a little change of pace. I do prefer Legacy, but we're going to give Modern one more try. I've kind of updated my strategy. Not on the gifts plan tonight. As much as I love gifts, we're going to try something a little different tonight, guys. So this is Mentoring Modern, or you guys may lovingly refer to it as Jeskai Mentor. It's Blue-White Control meets Mentor. Blue-White-Red Control meets Mentor, to be precise. Sable Tip! Maybe it's Table Sip, I don't know. Welcome to the Abrams Special. Welcome to the team. This is a mulligan. Even though it's got probe and we're on the draw. This hand could very well get there, but this could easily fall on its face. This is a much better keep. No, I wasn't watching Legacy Jack. I watched, there was Star City Games Modern. Mox Opal. Okay. Factor. Springleaf. So I need a 2 to pair with this Shoal. He's only got 2 cards left in hand, though. I'm actually going to go ahead and counter the Signal Pest, I think. Spinner turn 1 in Legacy versus Miracles. Guess what deck is top seed going into 8? I don't know, Jack. What's up, Cyan? Welcome back. There's the Ravager. I'm gonna go Steam Vents on this Arid, and then I'm just gonna toast the Ravager. And then hopefully he's out of gas. I mean, since it's a Helix in response, he'll obviously sacrifice some permanents, but... Whoa, why wouldn't you sacrifice that in response? That was really weird. Why wouldn't you sacrifice your Ravager in response to a Helix? The Ravager can live, says Jack. Is this a plating? Okay. Weird. Shoal was my draw. Spartan Wolf! Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the team. You sir, are awesome. Another Ravager. Oh, I'm 1 mana off. Okay. If he sacked everything, could have had a 5/5 Ravager. This is 7 damage coming our way. We're going to have to top deck very well. We're going to need a Bolt. I'm going to need a lot of the top. We did mulligan to 6. Oh man, we're just gonna draw dry, aren't we? Go by. We have a good sideboard plan for Affinity, though. Don't you worry. I run 2 Affinity hate cards. Excuse me, more than just that. Oh, okay, Angel. I'll find it for you, man. It's right here. He can kill this turn, he just has to use his Ravager. Only yesterday you lied. This is another matchup where Disrupting Shoal is really amazing. But we're going to have to board before we really see its true potential. Top deck... Oh. Okay. Said to you... You were asking for the Eternal Weekend deck list? Jazzsock says he's asking for Eternal. Oh, from Jack? Did we ever link it? I don't think we ever linked it, Angel. It never came up, dude. I don't think. I don't think that ever came up. Okay. So the sideboard for Affinity is really simple. You chop off the top curve and you add to the lower curve. He's going to bring in Spellskite. We know this. So all we got to do is bring in the appropriate sideboard plan. I like Snare, Image. I like Stony Silences a lot. I'm okay with Spellskite.